Hello, welcome to Nattys Crafts. I'm Natalie. I always do all the crafting. And today we're going to do door hanging. I typically have a wreath on my door and I haven't all summer for some reason. So I made one today because I need something on my door. Now my door is this obnoxious teal color. I mean, it's actually a pretty teal, just not for my door. Anyway, so I had to make something very neutral. I do that anyway, in order to go with this teal door. So that's what I'm doing today. So go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, anything else. I think that's it. All the regular YouTube stuff. I appreciate it. Appreciate you even watching. I took a long break. I'm back. I'm going to try to go back to weekly. I'd like to do the challenges, but my timing isn't so great. So anyway, let's go ahead and go take a look. So here's what you'll need. Basically all Dollar Tree supplies, pretty easy. And we're going to start with this wood circle, this wood round, again from Dollar Tree. I think this was $3. I don't think this was $1.25. I think that was $3. And then we're going to use these Dollar Tree half beads, the stick-on beads. We're going to use those as a border on our little circle wreath thing that we're making. So I'm just going to cut off 4 rows of those beads and I'm going to paint them on the sticker sheet. This was a bad choice. I don't know what I was doing, what I was thinking. I should have put the beads on the wood so that the beads would stick, but I didn't, so I screwed up. Fail. So I would recommend, if you're going to do this, I would recommend putting the beads on the wood. So I'm looking for the side that is the prettiest. Even though I'm painting the sign white, I still want a little bit to show through. It ended up not showing through at all, but you know, pick the side that you like the best, especially if you're going to stain it. Now, if you're going to use a paint like I did, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. And my paint was so thick, you saw I had to spray it with some water. This paint is old, I guess. It just does not work well. So I had to spray some water on it, which helped a little bit, made it so that it can go on there. And then we're going to make some strawberries. Now, my little deal is going to be a bucket of strawberries. So I'm using this felt, or this is actually foam, those foam sheets from Dollar Tree. And I just made up what a strawberry looks like in my head and cut it out in a piece of cardboard and traced that onto the foam sheets. And you could make as many of these strawberries, you know, the more the better in my opinion. I think I ended up making 6, I think. And I wish I would have made a few more, but I didn't feel like making any more, so it is what it is. And I got what I got. And then we're going to make the stems for the strawberries. That I used that felt from my project last week. I'm using that felt here. Just tracing it and then cutting it. And make sure if you're doing felt, make sure, of course, that you're using your sharpest scissors ever. Otherwise, it won't work well. And then I'm finally getting around to putting the beads on the wood circle, the wood round. And again, I painted it first, and I should have put the beads on first, but whatever. So what I'm doing is I'm using a Jenga block, a Dollar Tree Jenga block thing for my measurement to make sure that they're all even. So I'm just putting the bead down and then moving the Jenga block over and putting the bead down and moving it over and etc., etc., etc. All the way around the round. All the way around the wood round. Does that make sense? And this would have been so much easier if I would have just put these on before I painted everything, but I didn't do that. I don't know, I just been kind of out of it, so I don't know, I was just going. And so then I had to fix all the mistakes because I painted everything first. So then I went with a foam brush and just kind of dabbed paint everywhere. The paint was kind of, I don't know, it was covering too much, but I didn't like, it was so plain, and I didn't want to add more color. So I did a dabbing motion to give the wood round some texture. Then my little bucket of strawberries that I made out of half of a yogurt container, I am putting some Jenga blocks in there so that I have a way to glue it onto the wood round. Sorry about the camera. I don't know. I have this new phone. I hate this new phone. It doesn't work well. I don't like it. I don't know what to do. And then I'm using this welcome sign from Dollar Tree. I don't know what happened to all the footage, but it was black, and I painted it metallic, as well as that little yogurt thing. That was white, and I painted that the silver metallic as well. So I'm using both the hot glue and the super glue to make sure that this stays on. It's 100 and some degrees every day here in Texas, so that hot glue isn't going to do a whole lot, but hopefully the super glue will. And then this welcome sign had the little holes where you're supposed to hang it up. I'm not hanging it up, so I had to basically plug the holes and then paint that over. And then I'm going to use this foam tape from Dollar Tree to stick the welcome sign onto the wood round. Just cutting it up in little tiny pieces. And then for our little strawberries, we got to put the little seeds, you know, the little, I don't know that they're seeds, but whatever you see on the strawberries. So I'm just using a Sharpie to do that. And then I'm going to glue the stems onto the strawberries with the hot glue. And then we're going to glue the strawberries into the bucket. And so part of the reason I put so much wood inside that little bucket was so that I could give it a little bit of dimension. You know, everyone loves dimension. So I put some strawberries up front and some in the middle and then some on the back. And then I end up filling in the bucket with a little bit of moss as well, which I think you can probably see here. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. But you can see the strawberries are kind of different levels. It's kind of cute. It's very simple, which is my style. So, of course, most of you would probably distress it or put some more color or make the welcome red or, you know, something crazy. You know, make it your own. Thanks so much for stopping by today. I appreciate it. I sure hope that you would subscribe and leave a comment below and hit the like button. I do appreciate it. And always remember to appreciate today, as tomorrow is never promised. Y'all have a good one.